I'm That Fit Couple. In today's video, we're gonna go over the top 5 real truths about being fit for life. The real deal. None of that fake stuff. All right, so be prepared, stay tuned for some awesomeness.
Gaining muscle takes time. Though there's no one muscle building timeline, a lot of factors affect your ability to get stronger and build muscle. You first need enough protein and calories to build muscle. Weight training adds a lot of stress into your body. So eating enough food and protein is gonna help repair your body every single time you go to the gym and you're breaking it down by working out hard. You also need enough sleep. Trying to build muscle without proper rest is definitely not optimal because you have to remember when you're sleeping, that's when your body goes into a mode of recovering and repairing the muscle tissue that you worked hard to destroy in the gym, and so you can go back a stronger version of yourself. You also have to have a proper balance of intensity and volume. So intensity refers to how hard are you working out in the gym. So if you're bringing every set to failure, then you are working very, very hard. Now, if you're bringing every set maybe 5 reps shy of failure, then you're not working that hard, but you're still working kind of hard. And if you're working out and leaving 10 reps shy of failure, then you're not really working out that hard at all. So intensity is a very important factor when it comes to building muscle. You want to make sure you have the right amount of intensity. You also want to have the right amount of volume. So you don't want to go into the gym and you're working out every single day, 3 times a day. That's too much volume. There is an appropriate amount of volume that your body can take in order to build muscle optimally. Because remember, you gotta break down the muscle tissue, then you gotta go sleep, you gotta go eat, and you gotta go recover to make it stronger and better. And lastly, you have to be consistent with your training. You cannot be doing this off and on. You can't be going to the gym, working out for a week, and then you go every day. That's awesome, but then you stop for a whole month. So 1 week on, 1 month off. You have to be consistent, keep going. Going in 3-4 times a week is good enough. And remember, it takes time to build muscle. So be patient with the process and it will pay off.
Nutrition is key. Have you ever heard of the saying, you are what you eat? Well, this is true. And if you haven't heard of this saying, well, now you have. Bottom line is if you eat like crap, you will probably feel like crap. And on the contrary, if you eat pretty good, you're gonna most likely feel pretty good. This is exclusive to other conditions in life that may make you feel one way or the other, but in a general sense, what you put into your body is super important on the way that you feel, your performance in the gym, even your mood, your gut health, the way that your mind functions, your focus, your concentration, and even your motivation. So keep this in mind on why it's so important that nutrition remains a top priority. So whether your goal is to build muscle, improve your health, have more functionality, lose body fat, especially this one, your nutrition must align with your goals. They work hand in hand. Trying to accomplish your goals without proper nutrition is like trying to drive a car without fuel. You can get into your car, turn the key, or press the automatic button and the Bluetooth will start playing and the lights will turn on, but you're not gonna be able to go very far. So what you need to see your nutrition as is like the fuel that you need to head towards your goals and not away from them. If you don't know your own personal nutritional needs to meet your goals, then I would highly recommend finding a coach so they can teach you the ways, they can teach you how to eat towards your goals, and as your goals change, how your nutrition changes along with it so that you can become more knowledgeable in this area. Since you're going to need to eat for the rest of your life, it's best to know how to eat and the importance of nutrition and the role that your nutrition plays within your goals and just your quality of life. Another big tip that I can give you is to structure your nutrition around your lifestyle. Whether you be a stay-at-home mom, you work from home or you're really busy, you're on the road a lot, you need to figure out a way of eating that works around your schedule and your daily routine. So if you're somebody who's really busy and so it's easy and convenient for you to go and stop and grab some fast food, or you're making multiple stops at Starbucks, well then it would be best to transition into more so of doing more meal prepping, learning what to get when you're on the road that's healthier options, or maybe even diving into more so of intermittent fasting, but still making sure you're hitting your caloric intake, hitting your macronutrients and your micronutrients. If you don't know what macro and micronutrients are, my 1,000-foot overview is macronutrients consist of protein, carbs, and fats. You will need a healthy balance of all three towards your goals. Carbohydrates being the fuel that your body needs, getting in an adequate amount of that. Your fat, which is going to fill you up, has a lot of anti-inflammatory properties and things like omega-3s and omega-6s. And your protein is one of the building blocks that you need to build muscle and keep your bones healthy. That is going to be a very basic one-on-one lesson of that. Your micronutrients being the fruits and veggies and vitamins that you need for good health. So you want to make sure that you learn how to incorporate all of this so that way you're not just eating, you know, like a rabbit, you're just eating salad all day. You're not getting in enough protein, you're not getting in enough fats. Make sure that you also have a healthy balance of what you're putting into your body and not just how many calories you're consuming. And your coach, if you have a coach, will help you figure that out. And if not, it's best to start to learn. Weight loss and fat loss is not linear. I am sure that at some point in your life you have heard that saying before, or maybe you've heard it takes longer to build a skyscraper than it does to build a chicken coop, or whatever the saying is. Long story short is, do not be in a rush. Stop searching for that instant gratification, short-term thinking, I need this now, or even setting a goal and then you reach that goal and then you're kind of stuck in nowhere land. You don't know where you're going, right? So think of your health and your goals and your fitness as a long-term commitment. You want to marry it. You're going to be there, you're going to show up, you're going to commit through the ups, through the downs, through seasons, when life is tough, when life is hard, because anybody can commit to something and be positive and show up when it's easy. You can show up and have a good attitude at work when everything's nice, salary is high, business is booming, whatever the case may be. But when things really get tough, winners are the ones that still show up. So you have to make that decision for yourself. Another thing is that everybody's fitness journey is completely unique. But one thing that remains a constant across the board is that everybody's weight fluctuates from day to day. From the moment that you wake up to the moment that you go to sleep, your body is weighing different weight along the day. For example, if you wake up and you're 115 pounds, by the time you go to sleep, you could be 120, 121 pounds, depending on what you ate and how much you drank that day. Okay, so keep in mind that on a day-to-day basis, it's normal for your weight to fluctuate. And there are many different variables that can go into why that happens, from what you're eating to having an excess of carbohydrates, drinking too much water, not drinking enough water, stress, lack of sleep, hormonal imbalance. As women, when we're on our menstrual cycle, really the list can go on. So what I want you to do, or want you to think about, is to depart from what the scale is saying. Look at what the mirror is telling you. Look at what your daily activities look like. Are you following your nutrition plan? Did you work out today? Did you hydrate today? Did you do the activities that you said that you would commit to? And have you been logging your progress. Because week to week, month to month, year to year is what's gonna matter most compared to a measly 1 to 2 pound weight gain, weight loss from day to day. What matters the most is the progress and the direction of your goals. Is it heading in the direction that you want it to go? Yes or no? You can track your progress in many different forms, and I highly recommend this, especially if getting on the scale every day is stressful to you or you don't look forward to it. Even though you're following the plan and maybe you feel a little bit bloated and so you're stressed out about stepping on that scale, I want you to think in big terms, okay? Look at before and after pictures. Take a picture on day 1 and then on week 6. How do your clothes fit? Look at your fitness level. That's a really, really big one. And to make sure that your fitness is improving. Are you able to squat more, bench more, hip thrust more, deadlift more? Are you able to do more reps on your TRX? Are you able to go longer for your endurance training? Keep in mind that you're only human. Take this with you. And you need to allow your body to respond to the hard work that you're putting. And this only goes for the people that are actually putting in that work. Now, if you're not putting in the work, you know you're not following the plan. We don't need to tell you, what your coaches need to tell you. You know if you're not following the plan. And if you're not, you know what? Brush it off, get up, start fresh tomorrow. Your goals can change over time. This is one of those things that you'll most likely see happen as you become more advanced in your fitness journey. Standards will raise, expectations will exceed what you ever imagined, and you'll likely surprise yourself with what you're capable of as time goes on. As a beginner, what you're capable of right now, maybe in your first 6 months, first 3 months, first day, is non-comparable to what you can do in the next year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. So keep that in mind. This is one of the main secrets to staying motivated towards your goals, is you want to continue to challenge yourself and to hit new milestones every 6 months, every year, every 2 years, and start to raise that bar for yourself. If we were to ask any one of our super accomplished, highly driven clients if they had ever imagined they would be at the strength level, endurance level that they're in right now, they would say, heck no. Well, most of them wouldn't. Let's say, for example, we choose any person. Let's say her name is Susie. And Susie right now, 2 years into her fitness journey, can deadlift 200 pounds, do 10 bodyweight pull-ups, and bench 150 pounds. In the beginning, Susie probably only wanted to just deadlift 75 pounds, bench the 45-pound bar, and pull-ups, oh no, out of the question, let me just start with TRX. But you would surprise yourself what you can do as time goes on. If you commit to being on track, if you commit to doing your workouts, setting new goals, setting new milestones, you can really go far. And in the beginning, there is that thing called newbie gains. I know we've talked about this before. It is a real thing. You're gonna see a lot of progress in the beginning, which is why it's super important to stay extremely persistent, especially as you start out. So keep in mind that just like anything else, if you want to get better at it, if you really want to see your maximum potential in something, that the more you do it, the more time you dedicate towards that given thing or hobby or sport, the better you're going to be. So be patient, and your body will go as far as your mind will take it.
The last one. This is the most important one. This is about your mindset. It's about discipline. So when you start this journey, there's gonna be many days you're not gonna feel like going to the gym. You're not gonna feel like following your calories. You're not gonna feel like eating the right way. You're gonna wanna detour, and that is a normal feeling. It happens to everyone. However, there are those who decide they're gonna fight the feelings and do what they have to do despite how they feel, and that's how you're going to really accomplish your goals. Number 5, being disciplined is the most important part of this entire journey. Because your body will only go as far as your mind will go. If you change your mind, you will start to change your life. It starts up here. And this is something we stress so hard on all of our clients, because in the beginning, it's easy, it's exciting. You know, you got that new workout outfit, you got that new gym pass, you have this whole plan laid out in front of you and you're ready to go, right? But then a week later, 2 weeks later, a month later, something happens and you detour. And it takes one detour to completely take you off course for another month, another 6 months. And before you know it, you're doing the thing where you're going, then you're stopping, you're going, and you're stopping. So discipline is literally the most important part of this entire journey. You have to do what you have to do despite how you feel. When you can discipline yourself with your own fitness, you can really carry that into all areas of your life. You can be successful in anything you try to do. So here's the biggest advice I can give you in regards to disciplining yourself. Remember your why for doing this. Why did you decide to get that gym pass? Why did you decide that you're gonna start counting calories or start eating right? Why did you decide this? Because that reason is gonna be your staff and rod to get you through the hard times, because there's gonna be hard times. Happens to us all. It's called being human. So when you face those hard times, I want you to really sit down and really absorb your why for doing this, because your why has to be powerful enough to get you through the dark times. And every single person that is on this fitness train, they will encounter a dark time, because no one lives in a perfect human bubble where nothing bad will ever happen to them. We all live in a very vulnerable world where things do not go our way. So you have to remember your why. Whenever you feel discouraged, whenever you feel like you're going off course, remember your why, go get up, get what you gotta do done, and remember, that's why you're doing all this. So until next time, guys, remember, if you liked our content, make sure you subscribe to our channel, like this video, and share the video, and we'll see you next time.